What's up, everybody? It's your boy Hoop Jargon, man. I'm back. I know I haven't done a video in a while. I actually just got back working about a week and a half ago, and so as y'all know, I'm in sales, and so it took a minute for me to get back reacclimated and get some downtime. But here I am, man. I'm watching ESPN today, and they talking about paying athletes in the NCAA, and I'm like, here we go again. The worst argument ever, man, and it's like the worst kept secret that these dudes getting paid, but we gonna get into that. Right now, the big story right now is your boy Reggie Bush. You know, he got the Twitter fingers and got big mad about people using his words without his permission and saying how, what you got to understand, man, is Reggie Bush is like a gatekeeper for the NCAA now, man. And it's just hilarious to see him thinking that the sanctity of the game is going to be compromised by paying players or letting them get paid off their likeliness. And, I mean, as we see here, man, Reggie Bush, man, was accused of taking over $200,000, man. And to be honest, man, I'm not mad, man. Reggie Bush was phenomenal, man. Like, I've never seen a dude get out the blocks that quickly, man, from the running back position, man. I remember being just a huge Reggie Bush guy back in the day. I didn't so much like USC, but man, Reggie Bush was amazing, man. And I look at it like this, man. I played Division I sports myself, as I've told you guys before, and I know several players who have played Division I sports, at higher programs than myself. And listen, man, this goes on all the time. These dudes, now you may not be getting 20 racks. 200 racks like Reggie Bush, but there's kickbacks, man. These boosters are like the the financiers, man, of these programs, man. And it's just hilarious to see people speak out against it because, listen, man, college sports is big, big, big money, billion-dollar entity, right? And I always find it so hilarious the way that they play this out, and they make it seem like, this is these college programs are barely breaking even, and the money they're taking in, they don't have the money to pay the athletes and what have you. And I just find it to be a huge crock of shit, man. And excuse my French, man. I laugh so much at the sentiment because it's so disingenuous. And as you see now, like guys like prospects like Cam Newton. His father was actively shopping him, man. His father was actively shopping his services around after he left the University of Florida, after he went to Blinn College down here in Texas for a year. Cam Newton went to the highest bidder, man. And quiet as kept, man. Auburn is a program. Come on, let's just keep it a buck. Yes, they're on the SEC, but are they a high enough program to get a Cam Newton just from a natural prestige? And I think Gene Chizik was the coach at the time. Come on, man. When has Auburn had a talent like Cam Newton, man? So you got to know the intricacies and the backstory of this because it's just hilarious how they try to play this up, man. And again, Reggie Bush being at the vanguard he knows, bro. You know how this game goes, man. And so it just shows where his bread is buttered, in my opinion. He definitely is in the. Well, the NCAA got them in their back pocket. Believe that, man. So the fact that he goes out and says what he says, man, I just don't understand where it's coming from. And I'm going to provide you guys several examples of this, man. Like, as we're seeing now, man, Chris Webber, man, phenomenal at the University of Michigan. And I want to say this, man. If you ever want to see, I don't care what anybody says, the most dominant high school video you ever want to look at, go look at Chris Webber, man. He looked like how he looks right there playing against Bob, Joe, and Billy, like a little 15-year-old, 16-year-olds, man. He was a dominant big man as a youngster, man. And so, he got jammed up with taking money from a University of Michigan booster, and he never fully admit this to this day. He says he got taken advantage of, and that's why, if he's pretty much estranged from his Fab Five brothers or what have you, and so they're really struggling with accepting him, over the course of time, and and it's all derived from, some of those wins being vacated because he accepted money, along with other players as well. Now it escapes me the brothers individually, but this is not anything that's not known, man. Like, they all take money, and so to kind of bring it back to a head, the NCAA acting like it's this pure pious organization. Listen, man, it's been going on as long as the organization's been around, and even in the fashion. So the people say, okay, you shouldn't take money, you shouldn't get paid. Look at the case of AJ Green. AJ Green got a 2-game suspension for selling his jersey. His jersey, something he earned, he got paid off his own merit. So the argument is just weak. I mean, I hear all the time in this BS straw man argument that's made that, oh, well, if you start here, then it's just going to mess everything up and the players are going to go to the highest bidder. Newsflash, they already do. Why do you think? Look at the top 25 poll at either sport. You see damn near the same 15 to 20 teams up there every year. Every year you see the same 15 to 20 teams in that top 25 poll, if not higher than that. So what does that tell you? The best teams are already getting the best players. So to demonize the aspect of paying a player, it's just ludicrous, man. To quote Mike Tyson, it's ludicrous. And it happens in all aspects, and I love the story of O.J. Mayo. So the story has it that when O.J. Mayo told Coach Tim Floyd he was coming to USC, he didn't have to recruit him. He knew he was coming. He's like, Coach, don't worry, I'm coming. So, everybody knows the famous story, right? O.J. Mayo, if you don't know, his NBA career didn't really pop off, but oh my God, at USC, he was phenomenal, man. Like, take like a little mini Kyrie Irving with a little bit of LeBron Westbrook type athleticism. Now, I won't say exactly that way, but O.J. Mayo was the full package, man. And he just mysteriously decided he wanted to go to USC, and without even being recruited. Come on, man. Y'all got to stop believing these fairy tales. And as the intro led in, man, he got jammed up for taking money from USC boosters, man. And you be a damn fool to think those boosters didn't lace his pockets on the front end. So it just goes to show the BS narrative if you choose to fall for it. I mean, NCAA is full of, you know what. And I love, too, the laymen's in the middle of all this. They like to get upset about this premise because, as you know, Ed O'Bannon started the lawsuit that started the thing where the NCAA players, they were deemed as unfairly not paid to being on the video games. And so everybody misses the NCAA, football and basketball, and everybody laments to how much they love it, and it's messed up, the athletes getting greedy. But no, you don't understand, man. And as it just showed in that graphic, people played the game, and there were no names on it, but you knew who those players were. You knew who the players were. And I would just say this, if the big deal is athletes being greedy and the gamers just want to play the game just on the strength of they like college football, I guarantee you, if you made a generic game without the real players, likeliness, that is, and just put the college teams, nobody would buy that shit. Nobody would buy it. Because you know why? You play the game with the expectation that you're playing with the athlete that you like. Even though it says number 3, so for example, you see Texas A&M quarterback number 2, white dude. Yeah, it's number 2, but you know that's Johnny Manziel. And not only that, they allow you to go and edit the names. And so it's just like this community that goes and makes the real rosters. Like, this was a thing about 10 years ago. So they make the real rosters, they'll upload them to a file, you can download it. So your whole nameless video game can actually get populated with the real names. And so, of course, that makes the game more enjoyable, more playable. But you're using those player likenesses, man. You're not using generic talent. And so I just don't understand the moral aspect. I don't understand the financial aspect, as I covered. And it's just a dumb premise, man. Like, the players deserve to get compensated. And the straw man's argument that it's just going to take down the whole thing, it's bogus, man. It's BS. And so I just, encourage you guys to peep game for what it is, man. Like, all this industry, like even the video game we're watching, man, EA Sports. I was on 2 games, man. I was on March Madness 04 with Carmelo on the cover, and I was also on March Madness 07 and 06. I was on 3 games. Listen, man. And I'm not asking for no check. I know nobody bought the game to play with me on the game at Prairie View A&M and Stephen F. Austin State University. I understand that. But at the same time, you did use my likeness and without my permission, to be frank about it. And so I just wish people were more realistic about this. And so I'm going to cover this more extensively because, guys, this is going to be a big thing. This is going to continue to go. It's going to continue to be something that, people are going to be very passionate about on either side, right? And they're going to keep on trying to demonize this as it goes forward because they know once you open Pandora's box, you can't close it, man. So And I love the argument saying basically, you know, you're taking away the purity of the NCAA. And guys, you got to understand, man, when this was brought in, it was not brought in to be, well, it was brought in as an amateur game. At the time, coaches were professors and they weren't paid. Now coaches have multiple revenue streams. And Jalen Rose talked about this before. These guys are multi-million to multi-hundred-thousandaires, right? And the players just supposed to play for a free scholarship that they're not even going to use. Come on, man. Come on. Use your brains, man. Use your brains. And so I just want to kind of comment on this because, again, I know I'm going to have a lot more material on this, but I want to kind of get in front of this and kind of explain that this has been going on since forever, man. And so let's just stop acting like this is some new phenomenon. And let's just be honest about it, man, because it's not going anywhere. And it shouldn't go anywhere because it's been there since inception. So that's all I got for today on this one, man. So y'all check me out, man. I love how the channel's been growing. Like, comment, subscribe if you'd like it, share it with a friend. And hopefully I can keep this hoop jargon train rolling, man. Love y'all and I appreciate y'all. Till next video. Peace.